and he thought he'd try induction on it, and it didn't work. And then he brought it here to the workshop for me to open it up. And as soon as I opened it up, you could see why they were never going to build an induction. They're all in the bottom there.
Oh wow, they're all falling out.
It is. They're all falling out.
Yeah, let me get a
This is going to be a good one.
Oh, that's
Good as in
so
annoying.
full.
No, it's going to be a very big brood, I'm thinking.
Cool.
Just depends on what the termites have left. How much room they've left for them. Yeah, and this other log, I got the brood out, and it was that big. Tiny little thing, less than a tennis ball in size. Because they had no room inside the cavity. Cavity looked huge, but all the timber was left still from the termites, and they could not build in there. Even though it looked like they couldn't.
I reckon my
They're coming out here.
as big as a tennis ball.
Looks like it's
Bigger.
Looks like it's chocolate.
Yeah, it's good. But there's a lot of termite stuff still left in this
Yeah.
top bit.
Dean,
Yep.
just shoot that piece of timber that you pulled up there, you'll tread on the...
Oh, the nails, yes. Okay.
There's going to be a lot of bees. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's going to be a lot of those, yes.
Keep on.
Alright, this is only a thin one, so it's going to be easy to cut open this.
You should explain the history behind this thing.
They're not going to hurt you, darling. You're all right. Are you going to go and sit in the car again?
I
You
know
want to
what I'm
see
gonna
it,
do with
don't you?
They're going to keep coming, sweetie. They're going to keep coming. They're only little fuzzy bees.
Like little flies, annoying flies.
She's annoyed already.
Dean, have you found that they're attracted to any sort
think-
of scented organisms?
We did, there was a candle. It was pomegranate and something candle, like a red candle.
Yeah.
And they were attracted to this candle, but we still can't identify the exact scent that they were attracted to in the candle. We've been trying to find, especially to attract the queen, you know, because if we can find an attractor that smells like the queen, like we have with the honeybees,
Make your life so much easier. Yeah,
Wouldn't
you've
it
got pomegranate and
make
honey.
it, then we could actually try bait boxes and try and capture them in boxes.
Come back home.
See, I don't know how many plant pots they've moved into. People leave plant pots upside down in the garden.
Yeah.
So they're upside down, so the base is, you know, the top bit's open at the bottom, and you just see the little tiny drain hole at the back, at the top. Always the ceramic ones.
Yeah.
And there's been 4 of them. I've done 3 so far, and someone just told me about another one.
You're doing it on Thursday for me.
That's it, yep. Another plant pot.
It's actually concrete, I think.
It's a concrete one, that one, yes.
I think it's more
Yeah.
concrete.
But I think it did have, it looked like it was coated on the outside, didn't it? Yeah.
Here's the reveal, guys.
It won't take much to open this one up.
You should never say things like that till it's done.
I know. So it's thin there. It's thicker going down there, hang on. Oh yeah, it's much thicker.
Could you wedge it?
Just roll one right there. Right here. Just above.
I remember you coming to mine with the chainsaw and it was like only a chisel split because my hive was just paper thin. I don't even need to start.
Sword it is.
I did that the other day too. Got my chainsaw out and then we looked at the tree and I pulled it apart by hand.
Yeah, I think you actually did a bit of mine with my hand.
Yeah.
They'd been in that paper thin log for like 2 years.
Long time, yeah. They are now.
Are these TC or TA?
These are TC.
DC.
$20. Hang on, who else was? $100.
Sawdust.
You said this was going to be easy, Dean.
Yeah, but it's thick at the bottom. Bugger.
Tapping plenty of the bees there.
Oh yeah.
I'll be loving that. They're starting to crawl up your shorts. Do you need some help?
Holy Julie.
Quick, get round there.
Oh, wow!
Oh, look at that.
So we can keep that to try and invade another box, can't we?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
There's the advancing front. See all the open cells at the top?
Yeah.
And the darker wax underneath. This is where they're hatching from.
Yeah.
Starting to hatch up through there. And they'll hatch up to there. There's another advancing front at the top here.
Wow, so they've got two.
Yeah. And they're the other, they're the new eggs, the older eggs down here as well.
Yeah. Wow.
And look at all the stores and the honey at the
Yeah.
top. That's spectacular hive.
Yeah, it's a good sized hive, this one. Not bad at all. See, they've actually had enough cavity in here to actually build that brood quite a good size. Because it had enough room up here to put stores on.
Yeah.
So if they didn't have this room up here, it compromises the size of the brood because they put all the stores down there.
Smell it.
Yeah, I want to try some. Wash them.
Very lemony.
I thought I got a passion fruit out of mine. I could taste it, yeah.
That's good.
It's different. What's that got in it?
Nasturtium, passion fruit,
Passion fruit.
and melaleuca.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of melaleuca
Yeah.
in there too.
yeah, that passion fruit. There's a lot of passion fruit flavour in that.
Well, involved, we get so much passion.
Oh, and so many flowers.
Isn't that a good specimen? That's huge. That'd be one of the biggest.
Yeah, without natives, you actually have to pollinate your passion fruit by hand
Yeah.
because the Euros don't go near them.
What about, is that with macadamias too?
No, macadamias both visit them,
Yeah, okay.
but the if you've only got natives, the macadamias you get the flower, you know, the long flower, you get bunches of grapes with natives. With the Euros, they're too aggressive and they knock all the flowers off, and you might get 1 or 2 nuts per flower stem.
Ah,
So I
okay.
prefer the natives.
Yeah.
Yes, if you've got a macadamia farm, you don't want Euros, you want natives.
Yeah.
Because they do such a better job. There's farms that are using natives, macadamia farms. There's one at Gympie, and they have a 500% increase in nuts
One side on him out of here.
just by using the natives.
Way to go.
Because they're so gentle on the flowers, they don't knock the flowers off.
I heard about it. I thought it was because they couldn't, the Euros couldn't get into the...
No, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
The Euros are too aggressive and they knock everything off. So have a look down in there, see the advancing front down in there?
That's insane.
That's magic, isn't it?
That is.
Which is that?
That is good.
It's yummy, isn't it?
Up there.
That's where the bees are hatching from.
Yep.
So there's all, see how it's missing from the inside of the,
A kilo and a half of honey there.
see how they make the cell, the spiral this way? Well, they hatch it the same way, from the inside out. So you can see the spiral going up where the bees have hatched from.
The honey is awesome.
Oh, one thing I've always wondered, can you split a hive from this point? Can you turn that into 2? Can you
I
split
don't.
the brood?
I have done it before.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, okay.
So would there be 2 queens in there with those 2?
No.
No?
There'll be only one queen.
Yep.
Very rarely you will find 2 queens. I have found 2 queens before in a hive, but it had 2 separate broods.
Yeah.
So it was one hive in the side of a tree, and there was 2 cavities up here, and there was 2 broods, and there was 2 queens in the same one.
Interesting.
It's good. It's really sweet.
I like your nostrils, eh?
They do.
Very.
That'd be nearly 2 kilos of honey.
I think you're just inhaling them.
Yeah, there's a bit in there.
Will that fit in a box?
Yes. Oh yes.
Only just.
Yeah.
You have to
I
stand
seen that pipe you did, eh? That brood was pretty big.
Oh yes.
That pipe.
That filled the box.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure
going
did.
to
Yeah.
fence.
And the one I did the other day filled the box as well on Friday. The first one.
They're going to go to war with these green ants on the ground.
They're all eggs, yes. That's all the brood.
Yeah. It looks like it's double the size of that other one.
That's too much in the sun. There's the crack.
Did you have some too? Yeah, the little buckets.
He's down here next to Denny.
So could you add like a 3rd brood section?
Yes. Yeah, I've got hives up here that have got 3 sections on them.
Brood section.
Yeah, I had the 3rd brood section when they fill it up, and I want to turn it into a good mother hive.
Yeah.
Can you just keep going up, Dean?
Yes,
No.
to a certain point.
Oh, it's tough.
I heard something about you can brood over the super, so you can like honey super in between, and then they'll rebrood a second hive on top.
I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't heard that with natives before.
If the hive gets so long, they sort of duplicate themselves, and they'll try and brood
Yeah.
above the...
Yeah.
You'll be able to take some
No, I haven't heard of that before. I've never seen it before.
part of the broods.
I've seen it in a tree where there's a colony 2 metres up further in the tree,
Yeah, okay.
where they've made a new one, a daughter colony. But yeah,
day in.
I've never seen them do it that way. I've seen them, they'll do it in an outside box. When you connect an induction box to the front, they'll do it that way. But I haven't seen them do it in a brood box before. Above a brood box.
I'll just squeeze in here. You'll just get see my best side for a minute.
How do they go if you've got lots of other houses close by you and obviously you can't stop everyone from spraying? You've got bees and stuff.
You've got to talk to your neighbours, and it's mostly about Confidor. Is the worst one.
This way.
The neonicotinoids, which is Confidor. You really got to talk to your neighbours. Even if you just put a flyer in the letterbox, just say you've got native bees, and if they do use sprays, if they can please let you know, so you can at least lock your bees up so they don't get the sprays.
Or you can guide them depending on which way the wind's blowing to blow away from your bees. I try and educate them so they don't need to spray. They don't spray, We can't always control that.
No. The main thing with spraying, the main thing they do with spraying is they kill all the beneficials as well as the nasties. And then the nasties will always come back first. Always.
Passion fruit.
Because the good guys don't have any baddies to eat until the baddies re-establish, and then the good guys come back and start taking care of the baddies. But once you've got that balance out of whack, the baddies come back and their numbers build up so much before the good guys start to come back that they haven't got a hope.
If someone does spray, how long should it be before you perhaps let them out or move them back? Or
Depends on what they've used.
okay,
If it's Confidor, I take them away for about 3 months. Because it's a neonicotinoid and it's systemic. It's systemic, so it stays in the plant. Once it's sprayed, it's active for about 3 months in that plant. And whatever bee visits that flower that is produced, even if it was sprayed before that flower was produced, it stays in the plant. It's because it's systemic, so it comes out in every part of the plant, the pollen, the nectar, everything, and anything that collects pollen from that dies. You got to be careful with corn seeds as well. Your treated corn seeds can be coated in a fungicide that's also a systemic.
Corn?
Yeah, corn seeds.
So when the plants grow, is it passion fruit?
But bees love the pollen. They don't. Corn doesn't need bees to pollinate it because it's self-pollinating. But bees love the pollen, especially honeybees. So what you've got to be careful of is plant. You've got to get organic corn seeds.
Yes.
GMO foods on the planet. Much better than that.
I've heard you've got top quality honey over
Oh, it is truly so passion fruity.
Yeah, it's very much a lot of passion fruit in that.
Passion fruit.
Yeah, got a massive
Yeah, it is, and it tastes like a Venetian biscuit, the pollen.
Alright, go on in.
That was
quite tangy.
It just goes to show you that
So that's
depending
some of the
on
pollen
what's
if you
growing and what flowers it is growing around your hive, it's different to the other one.
Did you want to try some
Lend
pollen?
itself to the flavour.
So it depends what flowers you use. Like what?
Bob Luttrell has got he's built a box, and he's built these 3D, well they used to be 3D printed honey, they're a honey super that he puts in the frame that he put in the top of the box, and
When they're cold, they'll come instead of going out, they'll store.
and he was going to bring one of his boxes with empty frames in to put in the blueberries while they were flowering, but they're almost finished now, and he missed because he wanted to see what the actual difference was in the honey produced by the blueberries.
And then they'll take a bit more and I'll go put a bit more in as well. And then she'll look and go, okay.
had some from like up the top there before and it tasted a little bit different.
Well, they collect different things different times of year, so you probably do get
How old would you say this hive is, hun?
Sorry?
At least 10 years, I'd say.
What?
How old?
Oh, it's been in here 20 years.
20.
Wow.
That's a massive brood. That's
That is a good sized brood.
Great birthday present.
I know, it's fantastic.
You want to try the honey. And it'll be the gift that keeps them.
Oh, yeah.
That is really
And can you double honey super?
Sorry?
Can you double honey super?
You can put one on the. You can put a lower super on,
Oh yeah.
an under super,
Yeah.
and TC will actually store a lot of honey in the bottom super.
Yeah.
I'll bring it over there if you want.
We're almost there.
They're gonna follow you around.
Oh, look at it.
Passion pretty.
Yeah, I want to get all that in one piece. That's the key.
Did you want me to move this closer?
No, it's
No,
right.
you're right.
There's. See that? See that?
Yeah.
No, that's the wasp mimic.
Ah.
That's that different fly.
And what do they do?
They lay their eggs in the edge of the box
And slime your
and slime the hive.
Slime, what does that mean?
So it would have smelled all that.
Turns into
Yeah, you always see them when you're boxing.
Yeah.
Always.
You've got to be more.
You take up the edge of the box, the signs in the box. So
what do they look like?
They only lay eggs in the.
There's one hovering around.
That's it.
Sort of looks like a march fly.
There's queen cells.
Are they yellow and black?
So it's got quite a few there, isn't it?
Yeah. A couple of good queen. There's one attached.
Oh, give me Kara.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there'll be a princess in there somewhere.
When, yeah.
That's all right. Okay. There's one that's there.
So is that wasp?
Well, they...
No, you can kill them.
Between a trip and a fall.
They're easy to kill. Very easy to kill. They can't sting.
So was it in there already, or just?
No, it just comes. It landed.
Yeah, I thought it was a resin bee getting around once you cracked
So we
it.
can see the queen.
The queen cell.
Oh yeah, there we go.
You see one there, one there. That's an open one. That's hatched.
Oh, no, it's amazing, isn't it?
So there's a princess.
That's heaps.
So cool. Yeah.
It was in the army.
And if you got yeah, these big cells here. See the big cells.
Yeah, that's all the solid honey.
These in there because there's a lot of bees dropping on the table.
Yeah, it is different in there, isn't it, to up there?
And one more in the box. One on the table.
Different vintages.
Yeah, that'd be great. Give you a couple.
Yeah. Now, can I ask, there's still some of the brood down there. Do you get all the brood? Or? Yeah. Yeah.
I certainly get all the
But it was initially a rescue from
Last week.
out west of Ipswich.
Oh, you're right in front of the camera, darling.
So they cleared it, and an old fella out there goes and saves them.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Dean, if you do leave some behind, do they die?
Yep.
That's all pollen.
That is such a beautiful hive.
Eventually. We've got 2 hives on 80 at the moment.
Okay, yeah. A bit more work.
Oh, not really.
No, it's amazing.
Maybe we get back one of the slow hives.
Where's the weight?
Yeah. What we've got to do is create a flow. But because they act and behave so differently, we need to come up with an entirely different concept than what it is for the Euros.
Maybe
Maybe we don't know.
Yeah, that's all honey and then pollen in around. Yeah, and I think all up in
And
there.
just their behaviour is so different because bees lay in, put their honey in the frames, whereas these don't. they have a completely different relational structure and societal structure. Anything you know about honeybees doesn't apply to natives and vice versa. Oh, you know, I was on GoFundMe the day they put that up, that first ad for funds. They wanted 70,000, and Dean and I were just sitting there watching it go bang, bang. They hit 70,000 in 5 minutes, and they were 3 million by the end of the day.
Did you buy stocks?
Put that on Shark Tank.
Shares. I bought him one.
Or whatever it was.
No, it wasn't Shark Tank. No, they went GoFundMe, and then the buyers came in, and the manufacturers, and said, we'll go in with it.
Because I made about 25 million or
What, something million. You know, he's still driving the same ute with the fish and chip oil, same ute, and the only concession he's made to millionaire status
What kind was
is
that?
that they built another house. And all
Get these buggers. That's a stifford fly.
That's that one I was talking
that's the
about.
only thing.
It's not a wasp, it's a wasp mimic. It's an actual fly. See the big fly eyes? And the forked antenna at the front. And the bands at the back are slightly different than a wasp as well. They cannot sting.
Yeah, they'd be like enemy.
He's trying to.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the father and son team that did it.
They will.
Yeah. So they'll destroy a hive.
They will. They can destroy a hive, yes. Yeah.
So what are the natural defences for the
We
native
tape off the
bees?
join.
No, sorry, in the log or in the wild, how do they protect themselves?
With the batumen around the outside of the nest, all that hard batumen that they put around the outside. That's one way.
Get the Euros as well as the
It's all about numbers.
I'd be worried about
Yeah. That's why we don't split them from here. If we split them from here, we're losing half the numbers in 2 boxes. They've got a lot to do to rebuild that hive. So it's all a numbers game.
hexagonal shape. Cocoon that they
It's all about the numbers. The greater the numbers,
it's all honey just
the better they can defend their hive. And they'll defend it to the death, you know. When you see a fighting swarm, you'll see thousands and thousands in front of the box. You know, and people say, oh, just let nature take its course and let them go, you know, to fight it out. But the thing is, they'll kill every single bee from this colony, including the queen, drag the queen out, dump her out the front, and they'll bring their own workers in and take over the colony. So, you know, by putting a bait trap, a bait hive in, swapping them over when they're under attack, you not only save your existing colony, but you rescue, you get to box the new colony as well. Terrible stuff.
And this is the honey, isn't it?
This is pollen down here. You can see see the cells, how they're. You can just see a little bit of, you know, the pollen through them. They're a lot lighter, and these are a lot darker. So there's pollen there, honey there. See, they're honey cells, and that's got pollen in it.
Comes right up.
Yeah.
Is there honey down in here as well?
Yep, honey down in there as well.
Everywhere. There's a lot of honey.
There's a lot of honey in this one.
Can we save some?
Yeah, that's the idea of it. Trying to save as much as possible.
How do you get the honey out of that then? Like, out of...
We let it drain.
Just drain it?
Yeah.
rose petal, cinnamon.
Yeah, he's strained it through some cheesecloth.
Oh, yes.
Honey?
Honey mead, yeah, it's just honey, water and yeast.
Yeah, alcoholic honey.
Yeah.
Yeah, mead.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a queen. Yep.
Mulberries are the clean.
A queen cell.
Yeah, I've got a North Mulberry tree.
Oh, yeah.
Full of frozen. It's going to turn into wine.
Because I can put a tiny little things frozen vegan.
Oh, it's a bomb. Yeah, it's a bomb. Makes the natural sugar.
That's a rain taste for honey.
So there's your Kadoji again at the top.
Now that bit tasted different from the other part, Dean.
Yeah.
It tastes different.
Yeah, it's probably been in there a lot longer.
Yep, it's a different taste.
So it's they've foraged on something different in that area.
It's different.
Yeah. It is, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you can't explain.
Smell it. Smells good.
It's a bit sweeter than this.
Nearly licked the bit.
Happy birthday to you.
What's that?
There it is. Thanks.
Yeah,
well, you said that honey's been in the bottle for a lot longer.
We did.
Do you lose numbers when you convert a hive?
When you rescue them from here,
Yeah.
there's a few. You do lose a few. Thing is, we've got at least there's a good 15,000 bees here.